Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for November the 7th through to the 13th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for you this week. The moon for the very first card. So, oh, it's got to bring you in balance. It's got to bring you in that peace, that serenity, that security in areas of your life this week. Your outside has to match your inside, or maybe you are changing your outside to reflect who you are on the inside and bringing out your beauty to surround you on the outside. May the Queen of Cups, so love yourself first and foremost, and the King of Cups is right next to her. Wow, we got the royal family out here today in our first three cards with the moon. So yes, it is. This is about love. This is about relationships. This is about loving yourself. This is knowing your own independence, knowing that you can move things forward in the way you want, and then it brings in a balance. It brings in a peace of mind. It brings in that centeredness. And so it's all about the more you really love yourself and who you are and what you can do. And with the King of Cups, it's becomes the energy of the independence that you've got this, that you don't need to lean on somebody else in order to grow something, and you come to this realization you've got the strength, you've got the independence. I mean, this is a week where if you really need something to move forward in a certain way, this is the week where you want to have the conversation, that you get your point across, that you'll get their buy-in. So it could be redecorating a room in the house. It could be changing up the workplace in some way, doing something in your community a little bit different, or trying something new within a community effort that you're involved in. Crossing over the Queen of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The more you can look at yourself and see your beauty, your strength, your own empowerment, the easier it is for you to move forward in, it's like an easy gate. That horse you're riding is not galloping. It's not even trotting, really. It's going at a very slow pace. A gait. And you are very confident of who you are and where you're going, what you bring to the table, your gifts, your talents, and how you can utilize them to really, it's about your balance. It's about your independence and knowing your own independence and knowing that you've got this. And saying your independence doesn't mean that you are going to leave a relationship, but knowing that you don't need to necessarily lean on that person or get their permission in order to move forward in a certain way. Or where you always felt like you had to wait for the nod of approval from somebody else. I think you come to the realization that you don't need that nod of approval. And where you thought that you had to have that independence or had to have that dependence, you find out that you can move into an independence. It's like leaving home for the first time, and you don't want to because you know that the fridge was always full and your lights always came on and there was a bed that was usually made for you that you could sleep in, right? So we don't want to move away from that. We want to lean on that and keep working our dreams, but there comes a point where it says, no, you need to be independent in what you do, in what you are striving for, in what you are building. And I think this would have more to do with very close relationships and friendships. So, I mean, that doesn't exclude work or community, but I would think it's more in the home, more in the very close and tight relationships where you have been dependent on somebody or they've been dependent on you. And standing up strong for what you want going forward, what will bring you in? Balance. That peace of mind. I get peace of mind over and over again with this card. So it's bringing in that balance, that inner balance, but peace of mind. We have for the underwriting energy the Eight of Swords, so your perceptions will be changing. Well, you could go for a long time in your life thinking that if you get this in your life, it'll bring in happiness, and then you get that, and there is no happiness. You find out it's actually the journey to happiness that brings in the most joy. Everyday happiness and a wonderful, beautiful vibration around you. That something you are striving for actually already existed. It's kind of those kind of eye-opening aha moments, epiphanies that you get that really make you see your path forward in a new way. Maybe opening you up to where you could be independent, where you never saw it before. You change your perception, you change your understanding. This is another one where you rip off the blindfold, you're honest with yourself. You go, wow, it was never like that. Those swords are behind me. I could have always walked forward. Page of Cups is our overriding energy. Wow, this is beautiful week to put up your affirmations and prayer, meditation, talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe. This is where you'll get those aha moments, those epiphanies, where you think you're having that conversation with yourself and getting the right answer, getting the right aha moment, getting the right epiphany for a new path forward, a new way of going forward, a new beginning. Or peace of mind. I get this peace of mind with you that you're creating peace of mind. This could be where a mentor comes into your life, or you could become a mentor, depending on your life path. We have the Six of Pentacles, so it could be the give and take, and the Ten of Swords. You know, we go through this whole learning period in our life from the time we were born about sharing and the give and take. What makes us good people. What we need to do each day in society and strive for. Helping each other out, lending a helping hand, doing our fair share, meeting somebody halfway. So especially if you've been going through those kinds of lessons in your life, know that those kinds of lessons are coming to an end, that you have um, a strong knowledge of fairness, of understanding, and what you are maybe entitled to. And if you learn that lesson, it was a hard lesson. It was a strong lesson for you. It's one where you really got beat up, and not necessarily physically, but emotionally or mentally or spiritually. Maybe it was through finances. Maybe it was through your health. But in some way you feel like, you were through it. You really walked through and know that now you have a strength in bringing in the energy of what should be around you, of what should hold you up, of what should support you. For work and career, we have the Hangman. So you are balancing things out. You are looking at how to go forward with the strength, with an empowerment, what exactly you are going to walk into when it comes to it. This isn't a time to go forward in work and career, more of a time to weigh out the avenues in which you want to start exploring. Understanding the balance. This is a balance card. This is a balance card. But it's an inner balance. Both of them define our balance in life and how we feel and how we can go forward with the strength and not feeling we are in the middle of stress or chaos. And it's understanding how to and for some of you, it's almost like it's a demand that you need to bring into your life in some way right now. That if I give of this, then you need to give back in this way. And you may be saying that at work, or you may be saying that within the community, or you may be saying that in your home and family. and building those relationships stronger by using your voice, by having those conversations, by allowing them to understand where you don't see where the balance was or the fairness was. For love and relationships, oh, we have the Nine of Swords. So you know what? Okay, so when it comes to love, do not be making mountains out of molehills. Do not let the little things irritate you this week. So we really need to look at the priority list in our relationships, and we really need to look at what matters. Okay, if it's not going to matter 5 years from now, then it shouldn't matter at all this week. So it doesn't matter who is supposed to take out the trash, or who is supposed to do the dishes, or who is supposed to do this or that or the other thing. Now, if they don't do it for the next 5 years, yeah, it's a problem. And 5 years from now, you won't remember that little petty fight that turned out to snowball into something that was almost impossible to fix. Because we grew that mountain from a little molehill. We took a small little tiny problem, we allowed it to fester like a splinter underneath your skin. So don't allow yourself to go into the negative when you are thinking about your relationships. Allow the positive, fuel the positive, see the what can be, what can become, what you can create. I mean, this is a beautiful week where, if you can stay away from the negative and pulling things down, that you could be very creative and strong and um, purposeful almost in the relationship. Not almost, you could be. Maybe finally taking that house and turning it into a real home for the two of you, or the three of you, or the 10 of you. Creating a family. Changing your surroundings in some way together. Changing the relationship in some way together. There's a lot of beauty and growth potential here. Okay, that started with the moon. So it is defining what really brings you peace of mind. And then going after it. Do not look at the negative. Look at the positive and what you can create. And use your voice, use your communication right now to open up the conversation of what can be. And I think you'll have a way of doing it this week that it turns into a beautiful and harmonious flow for you. You choose the right words, you choose the right energy. And people gravitate to what you are saying in wanting to create something so special and wonderful. So take advantage of that energy. Do not grow mountains out of the molehills this week. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.